Hey guys, so this is Miss AG87 Asia, as I go by my name. And I'm here with Ebony Coily Gal. And she is going to show us how to make her beautiful whipped shea butter. DIY, eco-friendly. So we're so excited. Well, I'm excited.
I'm excited.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Alright, let's go ahead and get started.
Okay, so we're going to just discuss the products that we'll be using. I'm going to let Ebony Coily Gal take it away because this is her thing. So I'm excited.
Yeah, so if some of you don't already know, most of you probably won't, as you all are new viewers of Asia's channel. But my name is Marika, and I have a website called ebonycoilygal.com where I specialize in making like natural hair and skin products for women of color. So making whipped shea butter is like one of my things. I love it. I have a bunch of different recipes for it, and Asia was talking to me about how she needed something moisturizing yet light. So we experimented with a little bit of products to find the right balance that would be moisturizing for our skin. So we're going to discuss that with you all. So first we have mango butter. And mango butter has a pretty solid consistency. It's very soft to the touch, but it's a hard type of butter. And basically mango butter helps with stretch marks, and it helps with basically smoothing out the skin and with scars. Next we have beeswax. This is what we'll use to harden our whipped shea butter. We don't want to use too much of it because then we have a waxy concoction. But we also don't want to use too little because then when it's hot in our houses or in our apartments or wherever we have our shea butter, it will turn to oil and it'll stain, and we don't want that. Next we have almond oil. As you can see, this is one of my favorite oils. Almond oil also helps with moisturization. Aloe Vera gel helps with scarring and healing of our skin, helps with maintaining very tight and moisturized skin, helps with wear and tear that our body normally goes through. It makes sure that we look and feel our complete best. It's like God's gift to earth. Next we have jojoba oil. This is the closest thing to our own body oil, closest thing to what our body secretes. And it's great to use because it's moisturizing, but it feels like it's our own. So we don't get left, we're not left with this like greasy or residue type feeling after using this oil. Coconut oil. Need I say more?
That's like a household. Yeah.
For fragrance, we have lavender oil or rose oil.
We're going to make a rose with lavender shea butter thing.
Yeah. And if you don't want to use rose or lavender, you can use anything. I personally like orange oil or grapefruit or lemon oil. Feel free to use whatever you want. Tea tree oil if you want. Who cares?
And then we have EVU, extra virgin olive oil. That's like a staple in everyone's house these days. And we have here organic shea butter. I got this from Whole Foods. You can probably use any raw shea butter.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, shea butter will be our base.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and get started.
Okay. I'm going to stop it. Okay.
So to start, you're going to use an old container or an old measuring cup. Make sure that it's glass because if it's plastic, it will melt in your pot. So we're going to use beeswax and mango butter to start. You'll need a pot with about a cup or 2 cups of water. Excuse me. And you're going to let that pot, what's the word I'm looking for? Simmer. You're going to let the water simmer in the pot. And once it starts to simmer, you're going to add your concoction into the water. And you're going to let it melt it down. The reason why we don't want to keep it in there for too long or, to put it in there before the water boils is that we don't want to cook out all of the things that we want to moisturize our skin. So here we are. We're going to start with beeswax. We're only going to use 1 teaspoon of beeswax pellets.
Those pellets are amazing. I have beeswax melted down into ice cubes, and that would take forever. So I would suggest getting these pellets because
it's really quick.
It's really quick.
We don't want to use more than one. If you're making a lot at one time, say you're making 4 containers at one time. That you might want to use more than 1 teaspoon of beeswax. But since we're just making 1 container right now, we're only going to add a little bit. We don't want a super hard or a super waxy.
You don't feel all greasy.
Yeah, and then we're going to add 3. Excuse me, this is a little hard. Like I mentioned. We're going to add 3 teaspoons of mango butter. I'm going to take it out because it's hard and I'm having a little bit of trouble. That was half of a teaspoon. The struggle. Okay, so that's about 1 teaspoon. We're going to add 2 more. Asia and I are doing a lot. It's a little shield. And 2 3/4. Yeah. And 3.
Okay. So now we're going to boil it down.
Yes. If you can, try and use a steel or a metal utensil so that you don't have as hard a time as I did getting the mango butter out. But the thing is, you don't want to use things that you use to cook with. You don't want to make sure that you don't contaminate your food with.
Just looks really messy and messes up all your utensils. So.
Okay. I'm gonna do that. And here I am trying to get it.
So now I'm going to boil this down in the 2 cups of water on the stove here. And like I said, this is just, you know, Ebony Coily Gal's world because I've never made my own shea butter, so I'm amazed and I'm just sitting back because this is just too awesome.
And it's really fun. I love doing this kind of stuff. I love experimenting too. Super fun. And getting my hands dirty. So, while we're waiting on that to melt down, we'll go ahead and start putting in the other products that we'll need to make this whipped shea butter recipe. I'm just going to add this extra mango to my arms. No need to waste.
We have to keep doing this for 5 minutes.
Alright, now Asia has whipped the complete solution with all of our products, and it has a pretty smooth and creamy consistency.
So creamy!
So now Asia is going to
add some more of the rose oil because rose oil is really faint, as you guys probably know, and it needs a little bit more. Okay. I'm going to add about 10 more drops. And I'm going to just mix it up, and that's pretty much it.
Please feel free to add or subtract any products that you feel will be useful or not so useful for you. Make sure that it works for you. Don't take our word for it. This is what we've noticed to work for us.
Okay, and apparently Marika tells me that this can be used as a great hair deep conditioner if you remove the beeswax, because if you leave that in, then it will be really bad for your hair. So
yeah, beeswax does not wash out, especially if you're just co-washing your hair or water rinsing your hair. Beeswax will not come out. So be sure that if you want to use it as a body lotion and a conditioner, to leave out the beeswax. But then you also run the risk of it becoming oily when you reach a hot situation. So, it's all up to you.
So now I'm gonna grab my little pint. I guess this is a pint. Yeah, and I'm gonna put it in. I'm giving this as a gift to a friend, so I'm super excited.
She'll love it.
She just got into grad school. Wink, wink. Who's that?
Ooh, and it filled it completely.
It's so perfect for this size. It might be a little bit Oh, actually, it's perfect. I'm just trying to get every.
And I love to get every ounce of everything. If you've ever bought anything from our website, you know it is filled to the brim. I want you to get your money's worth.
Okay. And that is just so cute.
Yes, it looks so awesome. Yes. Show them.
Okay. And you put your little top on, and that's it. I'll come closer. This is Rose Whipped Shea Butter. That's better. There's Marika back there. And that's pretty much it.